wanna ride. So baby, get with me, 'cause this party goes on all night. You never get this right, 'cause when you're rolling with a G, 'cause this party goes on all night.
Hello and good day, everyone. Welcome to the Real Sauce Podcast, and I'm your host, JD, where we discuss real life, real issues, and have those uncomfortable conversations that most people don't. But from time to time, we also like to talk about things that are recreational. So in episode 19, this episode is titled The NBA Playoffs. Now, we're going to discuss how we feel about the playoffs right now between the West and the East. Now, on the West, you got OKC versus the Lakers. I personally think that OKC is going to probably sweep their asses. If the Lakers are lucky to get one win without Luka, that's a big thing. What I prefer is that the Lakers win. I'll tell you why later, but let's just stay there right now. OKC is a fast, dynamic team, youthful. They run up and down the court. They play good defense, and they share the ball really, really well, which creates better opportunities to score against the opponent that you're facing. So if I was to have a choice between them and LA, I'm going to go with OKC. I think OKC would beat them. Now, as far as with Minnesota and San Antonio, that to me is a little closer. Actually, a lot closer than LA and OKC. I think either one of those teams have powerhouses on them with Wemby and Edwards. And either one of those teams could go into the Western Conference Finals. Great defense. Again, team basketball. You know, I always say like the NBA has gotten soft, but I am starting to see a lot more team basketball amongst, you know, young players. And that was one of the things that kind of like, you know, increases the fun of the game, you know, as you see more team basketball, not people just coming up the court and trying to pull up threes from 40, 50 feet like they're Steph Curry. It's good to see that. It's good to see more team basketball. Out of those teams in the West, if they were to face each other, again, Minnesota versus San Antonio, that could go either way. I couldn't even pick a definitive team from that. With LA and OKC, I definitely think that OKC is going to take them out. I don't want them to, and I'm telling you why. On the East, we got Cleveland versus, who is it, Detroit, son?
New York.
No, the Knicks is playing Detroit.
Right,
the Knicks is playing Detroit. And Cleveland is playing, no, the winner of Cleveland, I'm sorry, completely confused it. The winner from Cleveland and Detroit is Detroit. So more than likely, or will be Detroit, more than likely the Knicks will be facing them. I think Detroit is a good team. What do you feel about them?
Yeah, they'll give the Knicks some
Give us
problems, but if the Knicks stick together, everybody score, including the bench,
right.
we will have a good chance.
You have a good shot. I you know what? I think, being a New Yorker, like, I'm excited for my friends and excited for family because the Knicks are a really good team. And we probably haven't seen a team like this good, and you can't really say that because from the eras and the time, you can't really compare. But this gives me that 1994, New York Knicks with, Derek Harper at the point guard, John Starks at the 2, Mason at the small, Oakley at the power, and Ewing. Big names. Probably Brunson is probably the biggest name on the Knicks with the exception of Cat. But I think the Knicks could take them. I'll be very, very honest with you. I think the Knicks can go to the finals. I don't want them to face any other team but LA. I want them to face LA. One, I hate the publicity that LA gets, and we know the reason why they get the publicity that they get because of LeBron James. Besides the fact that LA has always been covered in the news, that's one of the big teams. It used to be them in Boston. It still kind of is. Those are like the faces of the NBA. But I think the Knicks got a better chance of beating the Lakers with no Luka, a old LeBron. They got good players on their team, but I think in the long run, I don't think they have the longevity to beat any of these other teams. Even if even if it was Detroit, I want the Knicks to get there, but let's say it was Detroit. I don't think they got a chance to beat them either. So I'm hoping the Knicks get to the finals and face LA. I'm already looking past Detroit. I'm already looking past Detroit. I want to see them face LA. And like I was telling my brother, when we was talking about the game, what I like about the Knicks is that they're healthy. For the most part, majority of them are healthy. They're playing great team basketball. Right? Like the defense. We from that school that it's always defense. If you play defense, you get rebounds, you get blocks, and that leaves you other opportunities to score on the other end. And if you take smart shots, when you're hot, like they was hot the other night, and they was shooting threes, you let it go. You know what I'm saying? But when you're not hot, drive to the basket. Make smart passes. Get the and one. Or get drawn to the foul line. You know what I'm saying? This also slows up the game, especially if you're playing from behind and you have a better chance. I really, really want, and I was telling my brother T this, I want Cat to give me, and this is, maybe it's a lot I'm asking for or maybe not. I need 23 and 12 from you a game. Okay, you're not gonna give me 28 or 30. You know what I'm saying? Brunson will. So I need a solid 23, 12. A couple assists would be good too, and at least 2 blocks, maybe 1 or 2 blocks. But at a good shooting percentage. T. You know what I'm saying? Can he go 8 for 12? Or 13 or 14, and those shots be good shots inside. I know the game has changed and it's been evolved for a minute, and big dudes love shooting threes, but shoot them when you got a good shot. Right. What you think?
He hits good 3-pointers, and what I want from him is more rebounds as well.
Yeah.
Because there shouldn't be a point where Hart is getting more rebounds than him.
That's a fact.
Or OG.
Yeah, OG, yeah. Who's not there.
He getting more rebounds, and I want him blocking shots more.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. It's funny you say that is when you think New York basketball, it's tough grit defense and inside scoring. From Willis Reed to Patrick Ewing. You know what I'm saying? Porzingis got injured and he never, materialized to what expectations they had out of him. But I'm talking about grit, tough. We need that out of you, Cat. We need that defense. We need that New York swag. You've been here for some years now. Let's get to it, bro.
Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy, back in the building. You already know who it is. We're about to drop some serious knowledge, some real talk, no chaser. This ain't your average podcast, nah. This is the Real Source Podcast, where we keep it 100, always. We're diving deep, uncovering truths, and sparking those conversations that actually matter. So tune in, subscribe, and let's get this journey started, fam. You don't want to miss this.
So I have a group of players that I like on the Knicks. Brunson is probably at the top for me. I think every New York Knicks fan kind of feels that way. I already said what I expected out of Cat, but I'm going to ask my brother T, to go a little bit deeper on what he thinks about the players for the Knicks. What's his assessment on them? T, what you feeling about the different players? What would you say about
I like the players on the Knicks. For instance, Hart.
Right.
That brother wear his name on his back.
I agree. I totally agree.
He plays. He gets rebounds. He jump and get the ball. He give his heart.
Yeah, he plays with heart, with a lot of heart.
With a lot of heart.
Yeah, I agree.
You got OG.
Yeah, OG's a monster.
OG is phenomenal.
Right.
See, he plays.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he hustles.
Points. He defense. He dunks the ball. He's a amazing player.
Yeah, physical.
Yes. And then you have Cat. We talked about
Cat, yeah.
With he has to get more rebounds, more block shots, and give me a suring 20 points.
Yeah, bro, just be aggressive, right?
Right. I want him more aggressive.
Right.
And I actually want him to lose a little weight.
Yeah.
Because the way he go up and down the court. So, but other than that, the bench is played.
Yeah.
And they put up numbers.
Right.
So
they're playing in a good unison.
Right. And I like that Brown plays the bench.
Right.
Not a lot of teams play their bench.
Yeah.
And being that he playing the bench puts up their little bit of numbers.
Right.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And that's what we need. The bench add their little couple of points and stuff like that.
Right. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I think this is probably the most exciting New York team since that team I mentioned, and pending no disastrous injuries and everybody's in sync and they play with that same chemistry and compatibility, I look for them to take the East. I look for them to close out on Detroit, Now, to add to why I said I want them to face the Lakers, because as good as they are, I'm afraid that any of those other teams in the West could probably beat them. Plus, I want to see LeBron lose in the Garden. New York City is the Mecca. All right, let's get this straight. New York City is the Mecca. You come to New York is the only place that you got diehard fans that will shit on you in the next breath, but then when you show up in the next game, they will love you in the next game. Only state in America that I know of that's like that. And I've been to a lot of states in America, almost all of them. So, the fact that they have an opportunity to go to beat Detroit, go to the finals, and face, that's a big, big thing. I want them to face the Lakers because I want them to beat LA. I just want to see. I don't care about anybody else. OKC, they got their chip. Timberwolves is good. They'll get a chip at some point in time, and probably San Antonio too. And pending any crazy injuries to any of their top players. But LA, I want to see LeBron in the Garden against the Knicks, and I want the Knicks to take them to school. That's me personally. LA is like the God market of the NBA, right? For advertisement and promo and all of that. And the Knicks is the Mecca, the Garden is the Mecca of basketball. What other way to have it? Get the team that everybody loves, because everybody loves the Lakers. My little brother's a Lakers fan, right? Get the team that everybody loves versus the heart and soul of where basketball, stems from, which is that Garden, And I think it'll be great. I think it'll be exciting. The tickets is going to be ridiculous. We probably might have to try to see if we could get to one of those. If, I'm going to tell y'all this, y'all. As Knicks fans, and this applies to everyone, and I'm not even a Knicks fan. That's the crazy thing. But I support the winning team from where I'm from my city. Y'all need to start manifesting that the Knicks is going to face the Lakers in the finals, and they're going to beat them. I want everybody in New York that's a New York Knicks fan to, when you talking about the Knicks to your friends, your peers, or whoever, you tell them, listen, we going to the finals and we going to face the Lakers and we going to whoop their ass. Keep saying that. Keep promoting it. Keep putting it into the universe. It may become real. The scheduling gods and the people that run the NBA might, hey, listen, they're two of the biggest markets in the NBA. I don't see it going any other way. Like, oh, what you gonna do? Detroit versus the Lakers? Nah. What you gonna do? The Knicks versus Minnesota? San Antonio? Don't have no ring to it. You know, and that's not a knock to those states and those cities. And, you know, I ain't trying to shit on y'all, but New York versus LA, that alone sounds good. I didn't even say the Lakers and the Knicks. I just said New York versus LA. We could take it back to rap, right? How rap was back in the day. New York versus LA. It's always been this quiet, outraw competition when it's come about between those two cities. And I would love to see the Knicks win a championship against the Lakers in the finals. I think I would eat orange and blue slushies that whole week. So, just in case. But up next, don't go nowhere. Oh, no. Rather, did you know and don't go nowhere?
Walt Frazier, the stylish, legendary floor general of both Knicks championship teams, was given the everlasting Clyde moniker by his trainer and late teammate Nate Bowman. Frazier set an unprecedented defensive standard and remains the team's all-time leader in assists and is second in games, minutes, and total points. He helped forge the Knicks' first title in the 70s with a virtuoso performance with 36 points and 19 assists in the series game finale versus the Los Angeles Lakers. The seven-time NBA All-Star was named Most Valuable Player of the 1975 game played in Phoenix. He's a four-time All-NBA First-Team selection and seven-time All-Defensive pick. At the league's 75th anniversary celebration in 2021, he was named one of 75 greatest players in NBA history. In 1996, he was named one of 50 greatest players of NBA's first half-century. Frazier spent his last three NBA seasons with the Cleveland Cavaliers and was elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame in 1987 and the Garden Walk of Fame in 1996. In 2009, he was honored in the inaugural class of Knicks Legends, and in 2016, he was given the Dick McGuire Knicks Legacy Award. Frazier has continued to forge lasting connections with new generation of Knicks fans over the last 3 decades as MSG Network color analyst. In 2022, he was honored by the Basketball Hall of Fame with the Kirk Gowdy Media Award, becoming the first Gowdy winner also enshrined in the Hall as a player.
Thank you for tuning in into the Real Source Podcast. I'm your host, JD. If you like the episode, share with a friend and subscribe to our channel on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. Be kind, be well, be safe. I'm out.
You never get this right, 'cause when you're rolling with a G, 'cause this party goes on all night, all night, all night, 'cause this party goes on all night.
This is classical, feeling is magical. Anything other than this is unimaginable. Just living the dream, fantasies is being played out. Deja vu, reenacting the scene. Calculate, add the numbers up, money is clean. Directive is the same, keep a positive team. Let's get together, all walk with a lean. Good impression felt and left, never acting obscene. We could parley to the early morn, drinking the brew. Or we could take liquor shots, reminisce with the crew. Piloting many in the flavors is so tasteful. Educate with proper etiquette is so graceful. Grew up around ghetto streets but not hateful. Had a balance in my life growing up youthful. Children of a different tune, keep it all playful. Let the music come and grab you and it won't escape you.
get with me.